And we're live. I think so. Yep. On a Sunday fun day, I am the High Priestess Phoenix, spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, messenger of God, child of God, the Lilith, reincarnated on a Sunday fun day. Happy Mother's Day, I suppose. Just found that out. I'm on fire. Not really. I was on fire and I just kept putting it out, and then I just put it out and walked about. Let me give this umbrella freaking answer that I realized right now. Oops. Sorry. If you're a money greedy, a money hungry hoe in any kind of way, that could be a dude, I don't like you. And that's just what happened. That's what I said to her. You're money hungry and I can't fuck with you. I just told this chick I'm done with her because of some shit. And really what it was is, first off, that was the major one. What is causing this? You're money hungry. You're a money hungry hoe. And you're out here selling yourself like I told you 3 weeks ago. And now you went to a new place and you're pissing off new people with the same behaviors. And you're in my face telling me, well, I don't care. If you don't like it, that's how it is. I'm not going to change. And that's what I said to her. That's why we're done. Because you don't care and you're not willing to change. We're done. I'm out. Have a great day. I don't fuck with you, bro. If you don't see that there's something wrong with you and that's why people don't like you and that's why things aren't going right in your life, and when I come to tell you what you need to do and you want to sit there and try to justify your shitty bitch-ass actions constantly to me, trying to make it feel like you're a victim and everybody's being mean to you because you ain't out here acting a fool, you're asking for a lot from me, bro. Especially on a Sunday, dude. You're asking me to keep my mouth closed and listen to this bullshit? Quit playing victim to the fact that you're an asshole and that people don't like you and they treat you like an asshole, like the asshole you are, bro. That's for her and anyone else. That's why I do this, dude, because I become aware that I'm an asshole and I need to change. If I want people to like me and I want people, and in essence, I'm like, she's like, I don't care if they don't like me. No, yeah, you do. That's why you're talking so much about this. You're playing victim to the fact that people don't like you, but when I'm telling you it's your behaviors, you say, I don't care. They just have to deal with it. Get out of my face. Get out of my face now. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to hit your weed. I don't want to see your fucking face. Happy Mother's Day. Get out of my face. Go fucking sit behind, go sit in your fucking, stalking your fucking boyfriend. Get out of my face, bitch. I can't take it, bro. I'm here to help you realize that you could be a better person. You come to me because you know that you need to be a better person, but you won't do shit about it. Get the fuck out of my face, people. You ain't right, and you know you ain't right, because you ain't happy. You're not successful. You don't got friends. You're not just, you know what I mean? You're not good. But you don't want to admit the reason you're not good is because you aren't good. That was ugly, bro. And I had to sit there and listen to it for, like, I'm just sitting there. I'm totally turned off. She's talking, and I'm like, the fuck you going to say to this bitch when she stops talking? What are you going to say to her? Get your shit and get away from this bitch. What the fuck are you going to say to her as you walk away? That's all I'm thinking about while you're talking is how I'm out of here. I done shut off, dude. We are done. We are so done, bro. We are so done. I told your ass that you're out here being a whole ass hoe at the dispensary and making everybody fucking disgusted. And you wonder why they want to fire you and kick you out, talking about you're doing shady shit. You just told me you're doing shady shit, bro. You just told me that you're doing shady shit for your tips. And then you want to play victim because that's how you get your money and they're just jealous because you get your money. Bitch, you're being shady as fuck. And they're telling everyone you are, and they're running you out of the place. And you think that this is how it works. And I told her again, come on, let's go to other dispensaries. Don't nobody do what you do. That's ghetto-fied, bro. Nobody's out there doing that. You're not helping them make money. They came in with an intention to buy weed. You're helping yourself get money out of them. They knew how much weed they was coming to get before they came to the store. You didn't help the business. You helped yourself. And they're watching you, and they don't like it. And I'm telling you, I told you 2 weeks ago they didn't like that shit. And now you want to come up in here talking about, well, they just got to accept it. I'm not changing. Get out of my face, bitch. Get out of my face, bitch. Get out of my face, bitch. Sorry. And she didn't, I just got my shit and I was like, have a nice day. And I walked the fuck away. Walk the fuck away. Bitch, I'll catch a bus, bro. I'll catch. And she's like, and you're trying to, she's like, and you should know because you're trying to get on your feet. I said, I'm not chasing a man. I'm not chasing a job. I'm not chasing money. I'm trying to be better. You're not trying to do anything. You're trying to get that money. All that money, and what are you doing for it? What are you doing for your money? What do you have to show for it? Shut up. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. You came to me because you knew you weren't right. And when I told you to get right, you don't want to sit there and play victim and act like you ain't going to change. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. This is why I'm the only kind. I'm the only of my kind, bro. Because nobody wants to face that mirror. And that's what I told her. Look in the mirror today. Go look in the mirror. She's like, you're making all this. No, I'm not. I'm telling you what you just said, bro. I'm listening to you. I haven't said a word. This is what you're talking about. You're talking all this mad shit about work. I didn't ask you about that. You said that they were short over fucking $150. You said you didn't count the money before your shift. Then I started talking about you better watch people, and now all of a sudden you're talking about how they hate you. And they're going to put this on you. Where's the money, bitch? Where's the money, bitch? You're a manager, bitch. In the essence, piss me off. The only one out here fucking being crazy for money is you. So when the money comes up, who are we going to look at? You. Nobody else is out here doing that for tips, bro. They sell the bud, they walk them out. If they give them a tip, cool. Nobody's like, oh, you're going to hook me up, or I'll give you this deal, or this and that. And no, bro, I ain't never tipped a bud tender in all my years. I don't tip my bud tenders. I ain't never did that. You're not doing anything extra. You're getting paid hourly to take that weed out of that fucking jar and put it in a thing for me. Your conversation doesn't earn a tip either, bitch. You don't know how to have a quick conversation, a nice conversation? I'm not paying you for your fucking time. They are. They are, bitch. Now, if we was at a restaurant and you're serving me, I'm gonna pay you for your service. But you ain't doing shit, bitch. You turned around and put the weed in the fucking bag. I'm not giving you a tip for that. Here's a tip. You want more money? Get a better job. Bitch. She's all, oh, I made $80 yesterday. I made $80 yesterday. I made $80. So did everyone else did on the clock, legally. They didn't have to fucking bat their eyes and fucking push their titties out and say some fucking weak shit to get $1 out of somebody. You're money hungry, bro. That's not Empress mode, bro. That's a whole dude. You're out here being a whole dude. And that's what God brought you to me for, is because you were me in a fucking unhealed version. So I can remind myself of how far I've came and how much I don't need to be you again. Looking at you disgusts me. How could you sit here and act like you ain't did shit wrong and you're just going to accept me? You're like, you can't take criticism, meaning someone's criticizing your way of life. How does that affect you? You become defensive and just try to justify it? People don't like what you do. They don't like how you live. They're entitled to their opinion. And if they have to work with you and they don't like you, then you have to accept that you're doing something that's unlikable. And they're going to give you that heat because they don't like you. Either change your behavior or take the heat and shut the fuck up. Sorry, it pissed me off. What pissed me off? That refusal to accept her fucking position in this whole situation. To take some ownership over the fact that her life sucks because of her behaviors. People treat her this way because of how she acts. Did I not tell that bitch that like 2 weeks ago when she was in my parking lot the last time? And I said it and I knew I was going to have to walk away after it. No, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll see if you can apply this to your life. No. Hell no. Hell no. They're running you out because they don't like you, bro. If you want to be somewhere, then be likable. It's not about conforming. It's about being understanding that, you know, it's like Marshall, bro. If you don't fucking chill out, bro, nobody's going to fuck with you, bro. You have to make some changes. Yeah, it's justified. Your shitty ass little behaviors and attitude is totally justified. But you need to fucking, if you want people to be nice to you and, you know, more people to fuck with you, then you're going to have to change for the better. Not for the worse, for the better. No, she don't want no change. She want people to respect her for her fucking money chasing habits. You want us to respect your illness? This is a sickness, bro. The shit you're doing for fucking tips is sick. It's sick. Go be a stripper, bitch. She's like, no, I'm a salesperson. No, you're fucking not. You're not helping sell nothing, bro. You're not selling shit. So she tells me, and this is sales. I'm a salesperson, bro. I'm a salesperson. And they bought the fucking shit I sold. They bought fucking knockoff perfume because of my mouthpiece. All right? They were helping me out. This is a thing where they didn't have a need or desire for this. I sold shit that nobody wanted. What did I sell? Me. Right? But she tries to use that example in a fucking dispensary. Bitch, they don't want you. They came for a bag of weed. You're not selling you to sell weed. They knew what they wanted. So she tells them, she's like, well, it normally goes for $160, but I'm going to hook you up for $100. And, you know, you hook me up, I'll hook you up. Okay, but they go for $100 out the door. So she's manipulating the sales pitch so that, you know what I mean, she can convince them, manipulate them to give that she's doing them a favor and they need to pay her back. It works in sales, but when somebody else is watching you lie to the customer so you can get them to make them give you money, yeah, I'm telling on you too, bitch. Do you know what she's over here doing? She's over here telling people that it costs more than it does so she could get tips. And she wants to say, like, you know, well, I mean, if you knew the sales and you knew what's online and you knew how to work your mouthpiece, bro, you're not hooking them up with a sale. You're fucking manipulating them into giving you money. Which is fine, whatever, fine, hustle. But don't be mad that nobody respects your hustle, bro. And that's what the whole conversation is. She wants to be mad that nobody respects her slimy ways. And I'm telling her, you're being slimy. And she's like, well, it's not my fault that they don't know, and it's not my fault, and I don't care, and I'm not going to change. We're done then, bitch. We're done. That's it. If I can't get you to realize that you're playing a part in this, we're done. I spend all day becoming aware of my behaviors, my poor behaviors, and trying to correct them. I spend my whole life trying to correct poor behaviors. Not based on the attitude, you know, on you. I want to be like you. No, I want to be what God says I should be, a good person, bro. And I don't fully know what that takes, but I know when I'm not being a good person and how to be better. You don't even know that you're not being a good person, bro. How the fuck are you going to be better? And she did. She just sat there feeling attacked by me for 20 minutes. I'm not attacking you. You're shadowboxing everything I'm saying. You're fighting yourself, bro. I have nothing to do with this conversation. You're going to drive off and hate yourself. This has nothing to do with me. And then you're going to go to work, too, and do this shit again later on tonight. And then she's talking about, you know, then she starts talking about them. Well, he's a drunk, and the managers don't know that he's always drunk. And that's it. She starts pointing fingers and telling me about all these people and all their flaws, and how it's justifiable that she can get away with this because he's a drunk, and his drawer was short, and she does this, and he does that. Who cares what they're doing? We're talking about you, and I wasn't even talking about this. Your guilty conscience brought this to the surface. God brought this all for this, dude. All for this. All for this. She was going to come pick me up. I was going to go pick up my car. Right before she gets here, I find out my car is not going to be ready till 1. So in essence, he brought her for this fight. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. All she came for was to catch to catch my mouth. And for me to catch this, dude, to lose another person. I want to go back to my card reading last night, the Firmination, bro. Ask me how long it's been since I talked to Ray. Never did it again. Will I talk to her again? No. It's this simple, bro. You need to understand how simple it is to cut a bitch out of your life. You realize there's no growth in this person. This person and their attitude is always going to hold me down. This is low vibrational, bro. You and that shitty attitude is no good. No, don't text me, bitch. Don't text me. I'm not going to accept your apology. There's no apology to be had, bro. It's fake. You don't see yourself, bro. And when somebody tries to tell you about yourself, no, fuck all of you. And that's what I just want to tell you is it happens that fast, bro. When I see that you're going down this path and nothing's going to change you and you don't give a fuck about nobody, including yourself, I'm out of there, bro, and I'll never look back at you. I've seen enough. I've seen where you're going with this. And I'm not going with you. I told you to stop. Fucking turn from your evil ways before something bad happens. Okay, well, what's happening? Your karma. You're about to learn this. God gave me a chance to speak it to you. Now you're going to learn it. Your life means nothing to me but trying to help you be a better person, bro. And I'm all in it, bro. I'll give you everything I have. All the teachings I have, all the inspiration, all the fucking, you know what I mean, methods and modes that work for me. But if you ain't working it, bro, get the fuck out of my life, bro. This is all about being better all the time, bro. Okay, I mastered this, but there's other areas in my life I could be better. When you have an attitude that this is as good as I get and you accept me, then there's nowhere to work with you. You're dead to me. Because really, I don't really accept you at face value. I believe you could be better. And I'm willing to work with you to become that person that I want to hang out with. But who you are now? Nah, bro. I was her. In a sense, not really. But I'll do anything for my money, bro. And that money gave me power. And you can't tell me shit because I work hard for my money. And I buy my shit and I can do whatever I want because I have money. That's that attitude she got, bro. But she ain't got nothing else but that money, bro. And as much as she gets it is as much as she spends it, just like me. She ain't got nothing else but that fucking money. And she's got to keep chasing it, bro, to keep her power, to keep herself sane, to keep her feeling good in her skin. Well, I ain't got nobody, but at least I got a bag that keeps, you know what I mean? And that's what I told her. You're money hungry. And she didn't like that. Am I lying, bro? Is that a good attitude? Does anybody want a money hungry hoe? You want a woman that's all money bound like that? Nah, bro. It's just a reflection in the mirror. That's all it is. It's like, this is you. An unhealed version of you. And it pushes me because you don't know how I know how unhappy this is. I know what this does to you. Because you were me, bro. You are me. You're an unhealed version of me. You're an unhealed Lilith, bro. Hey guys, look, they don't care. They come straight to me. Hey guys, you coming up to say hi? I love you guys. Hi baby, I didn't bring you anything. I can go get you something. I'll get you guys some food. Anyways, happy Mother's Day, right? I laughed when I realized that. I was like, that's why all those issues came up with my kids, you know what I mean? I had to face all this. So that I could stand up on a Mother's Day and be proud to be a mother instead of feeling like a shit mother. And that's another example, bro. I wasn't a good mother. I chose to be better. It was hard. I chose to do things better. You guys are so sweet. Come here. Let me touch you. They'd eat out of my hand if I had something. I love them. That's it. I don't need friends, bro. I got God. I got spirit animals. I got everything. And that's what it is I try, bro. I try. I'm sitting there quiet as fuck, letting her talk all this stupid shit, bro. Till I have to turn it off. I'm not listening to you no more. You're not listening to me. I'm not listening to you. Anyway, so yeah, I gotta figure out some shit. Everything kind of flew off of the handle, but it was for the best. And that's what it is. It's like, you know, you don't want to have these moments, bro. You want to keep the peace. You want to calm it down and shit. Because, oh, I really need a friend. What am I doing? This isn't a friend. This is me, another student. It would have been friendly if we were here on some friendly shit. I thought I was calling you on some friendly shit. A friend that needed a friend. That's not what happened when you got here, bro. Speaking of which, she's like, oh, you want to smoke? I'm like, yeah. So she lights a joint and sits there and talks shit into the joint the whole time. And then when I grab my purse and say I'm leaving, she wants to pass it to me. I'm like, no, I'm cool, dude. I didn't come for this. I could have sat right here and smoked my weed all by myself, bro. Without worrying about you and your fucking problems. I'm trying, man. But when I try, I get met with nothing more than myself. Which is not a terrible thing. It's just, you know, fuck. I just want you guys to know that, bro. I really want to be your friend. I really want to be close to you, but you're unhealthy, bro. You're no good for me. You're no good for anyone, bro. Most of you. I really did. You know, all I wanted was to be Russ's friend, bro. Sit together, make music, learn some shit, laugh about some shit. I don't want to be anything but a fucking rapper. Still trying to be something I already am. I don't know. I'm glad it came out, I guess. I'm grateful. And that's where it is. You got to just be grateful for the cut ties because, you know, I just want to show you this is how it is, bro. You know what I mean? I called someone in need. And this is what, you know, I met with. Met with their problems. This wasn't even my problem, bro. I could have caught a bus. I didn't need to deal with this. I will catch a bus and not deal with this. That's all it is Michael, Archangel Michael with that sword of truth. We're gonna cut, this is gonna hurt. Damn, I was excited about being your friend, but I realized you're not trying to be anybody's friend. You're just trying to get money. Trying to get, you know what I mean? You're trying to get your bag up and trying to get you a boo. We don't have the same fucking, and that's what I told her. I'm not chasing a bag or a man. I'm not chasing status or acceptance, bro. I'm not chasing. She tried to, you know, she's like, well, you should understand because you're trying to get back on your feet. No, I'm not. I'm standing tall on my own 2 feet right now, bro. I stand tall in faith. My provider is who it was always supposed to be, bro. God takes care of me and my children and our needs. And yeah, we're not doing it, you know what I mean? We don't have all the great things that you have, but he takes great care of us. We don't go without, and we're not hurting nobody. And by living by this way, we're becoming better people. Humble, yes. But in a place of materialism and egotism, that's a great thing to be. Yeah, we had to, you know, we walk against the grain, and we're frowned upon because we don't drive a BMW, and we don't got what you got. We ain't got no iPhones and shit. But I'll tell you what, bro, the people that live in my building don't frown upon me. Gotta look down on someone, right, to make yourself look better. That's just kind of what it was. You know what I mean? I tried to put her in her place, and she wanted to put everybody else down and put herself up. Oh, whatever. I got pretty to fight a battle. I did good. I handled it really well. I didn't say anything hurtful of it. I didn't say anything hurtful. And that's where I get to a point where I get hurtful. And I didn't do that. So I guess, you know, that's better. And it is, dude. I'm not going to pretend like it's not painful to cut people off, but it's a process that I've mastered. And I know that I got to do this, and I just got to stop talking to you, and I got to forget about you, and I got to move on with my life. God shows me that you're no good, and I have to go, bro. It's just that simple. It shouldn't be, right? It shouldn't be that easy. It shouldn't be that obvious, you know, but it really is. We should have known better. These guys are not leaving my side. They're just going to hang out. They'll get bored enough. They'll probably lay down. They're looking for it, because I usually put it all right here for them. You know, and I'm hearing Michael Jackson. It's like, wow. Oh, well. And that's where self-sufficiency comes from, you know what I mean? You think that you can depend on people and that people will be there for you and this and that. And then you realize, no, you can depend on yourself and they'll be all right. And you should have never called that person. It's a hard lesson to learn. That's Baba Yaga. Loss and self-sufficiency. You learn how to, you know, let go of things and start learning a new way of life all on your own. It's all good. And that's exactly, too, I just want to point out, that's why she can't be my friend. She's too busy money hungry. She's too busy chasing money. She ain't got time. She works all the time. She's always trying to get money. You know what I mean? Always. So she ain't got time for friends. She ain't got time for shit. She's just trying to get money. Get your money while you're bullshitting. I'm not. I'm trying to fight that mentality, bro. I don't need that mentality. And to see it in front of me is like, okay. It's confirmation to the battle of what I came from. And why it's so important not to be that anymore. I am getting a fucking suntan out here. Good thing I'm in a mini skirt. Fucking shit. Oh. Anyways, lesson for the day. Since I'm not going anywhere, I'll go ahead and pull some cards in a little bit and we'll start our church. Maybe I'll even, I don't want to. I don't want to sit around in the judgment of other people. Just leave me alone. But I'll pull some cards that will probably come up about that. Probably some kind of awareness. That's the message I have for you, is being self-aware of your actions and stop blaming other people. Start realizing that the way people are treating you is because of how you're acting. Truthfully. You know what I mean? And that's what happened with my daughter. And that's what happens with a lot of people. You know what I mean? You're unaware of yourself, your words, and your actions. That's all. And that's all, folks. Hey, have a wonderful Sunday. I'll catch you guys in a while. Later, taters.